So give us I'll give me your 2 minutes creation myth, because I think it's still inspirational and also provides a context for what you're prospecting in.
Yeah. Creation myth was always to help people. I came from a family of helping people. We had this spare bed in the living room. My mom would take in sick individuals in the community because she was a nurse and everybody respected her and loved her. She also became the mayor of the town. So again, I just was constantly surrounded by people coming to us needing help. And my mom just providing that out of the goodness of her heart. So I went into healthcare much like she was, became a pharmacist, had this vision of changing the world through medicine and teaching people that pharmacists could be this great sidekick to doctors and really change health in rural and economically deprived areas where there aren't a lot of physicians. And then I kind of just got stuck in that corporate loop of bureaucracy and how do we cut costs and expenses. So I had that aha moment of I really want to get back to like individualized one-on-one helping people and families again on my own, where I can create my own strategy, my own vision, work with the people I want to work with. And if those aren't sharing that same vision, I don't have to work with them. And it's not just a number on a piece of paper. It's actually people's lives and people's visions that, I'm part of and helping mold.
But talk about some of the techniques that you use, some of the processes that you use in terms of prospecting that are applicable to all of us.
I'll kind of share this. This is the VIP version. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So the biggest thing for me was just the networking aspect of it. I looked at it a little bit differently because I was the person that never answered their door when the people came knocking, selling roof replacements or solar panels. So I hated being sold to. I hated somebody walking up to me with a business card and trying to just hand it to me and saying, "Hey, I'm Bryan, I'm a financial advisor. Would love to manage your money for you." So really what I thought is who are the people that I work with in my life before I do what I do? Is that right? Anyway, English isn't my strong suit today. So I said, you know what? The people I really trusted and worked with in my life are those that I hung out with and those that I really had a relationship with. So why wouldn't I treat my business the same way? Before I ask anybody for business, I want you to be my friend. I want you to think of me as family and think of me as somebody you would want to go hang out with. If I called you on the phone right now, you'd be like, "It's Bryan calling. Awesome, let's talk." And I want to feel that same way when people call me. If David calls me, I don't want to be like, "Oh, it's David calling again. I'm not going to pick up the phone." I want to be excited to talk to him and find out how his life is going. So I took that approach with my networking. And this goes for LinkedIn as well, is I just went to events, not that were for, there's Rockstar and BNI and all that stuff out there. I didn't care about those. I went to events that were things that I thought were interesting to me. So I joined a Pittsburgh Steelers football watching group. I joined a Guys That Eat Wings on Mondays group. I joined a golfing, group, with a couple buddies of like people that aren't really good golfers. Those became my networking groups for my business. And what happened was I became friend and trusted by them. And what happened, it naturally occurs is, what do you do? Or what are you doing in your life? Or, how can I help you? Or you throw your nuggets out there, kind of like as we do in these meetings, where some question may come up, especially in my world, it's very easy. "Oh man, they were golfing. I'm really worried about who gets elected and what that means to my retirement." "Oh, well, did you know, blah, 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 blah. Elections don't really have that much impact on investment savings. As long as you're doing X, Y, and Z, you'll be fine." Wow, Bryan, that's great advice. Again, I'm prospecting in that sense, but I'm not asking for business. I'm planting the bug in everybody's ear that I meet, and I'm making it fun for myself. The second part of that is just, I have a plan every day. So you can kind of see my prospecting approach. Like, this is my request on LinkedIn. I'm sending out 50 to 100 requests per day, and I'm doing 10 to 20 messages per day, and that includes Saturdays for me. Again, it could be different for everybody. I found too that this is where you have to know your client. Me, I work with a lot of administration and people in managerial roles. They will not check LinkedIn messages Wednesday through Friday. It is probably a nightmare and a disaster in their world. So what I do is I send them out Sunday night and Monday mornings, and guess what? I get like an 80% response rate because they haven't started their week and it hasn't got out of control yet. So starting to learn who the people I'm targeting and who I'm talking to. When are they free? When are they available? And that's when I want to send them that message or give them that call or try to meet up with them. So it's very, I call it selective stalking, and that I'm learning all about what they do on a daily basis. And coming from that world, I knew it pretty well. Questions, objections. Again, this is another one. Everybody in our business, you know, we talked about this a little bit too as well, David, on that yesterday, was you typically have your normal steadfast rejections. I'm all good. I've got somebody. I don't need that. I don't have the money. Whatever bucket you fall into, start writing scripts of how am I going to respond to that question, and start practicing it and make it natural, because it's a lot easier. You're going to hear the same probably 10 things of why people don't really want to do business with you. I have a script for all of them. I have literally a PDF file of if they say, I want to sell everything because I'm worried about the president being Democratic, I have a script for that I can go through with everybody. And it becomes very natural for me versus, you know, stuttering and trying to figure out what to say next. The other piece of that is, for me, coming from a managerial role, and I'm sure everybody here is, when you talk to somebody, even if you don't even know what you're talking about, if you speak with confidence, people tend to believe you and listen to you.